We can't control other people, like no shot. No chance of controlling other people. We can acknowledge that other people are a reflection of us, and our relationship with other people is a reflection of the relationship we have to parts of ourself. We can acknowledge all of that. And in acknowledging that, we can manage the way in which we relate to ourself and our reality, both internally and externally. So recently I had a client discussing he had some things he wanted to change, or some things he was struggling with his mother, with his father, with his sister, and with his partner. And I mean, how common is this? The idea of like going to therapy and sitting down and complaining about the people in your life, like, right? Like who hasn't done that? How common is that? I bet you if you're a psychologist or you're a therapist or you're a counselor of some kind and you're watching this video, you're like, yep, I see that every single day. So this is a video for that paradigm, that predicament, that idea that complaining about the other is gonna solve or sort anything in our life. The idea that the responsibility for our content and our happiness, our peace, is somebody else's, and them being in a certain way is taking away our ability to be happy. Happiness, peace, fulfillment are inside jobs. They happen inside of us. They're things we manage internally. They have nothing to do with your mother, your father, your partner, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your school, your aunt, your uncle, your friends. Nothing to do with these things. They have to do with the way you manage your internal system. And then those relationships with those people will change and reorder themselves based on the way you manage yourself within yourself. So you can just imagine it like a cog in a machine. I have somebody in my life who I was speaking to recently, and he was telling me, I've been working to change my partner for the last 15 years. I've been trying to get her to a better place. That's what he said to me. Okay, but in the last 15 years, you haven't changed at all. Maybe you changed a little bit, and the partner changed a little bit. Okay, so we want to think about this as cogs. We're all fitting together like cogs in a machine. So the machine is rotating. We can all imagine cogs in a machine, cogs in a clock. We all rotate with each other. So as we make decisions, when you make a decision, somebody else is making a decision based on the decision you made. That's how consciousness is the interconnectedness of all of this. Now there's a whole conversation inside of that about free will, but that's for a different video. When you are trying to change somebody else because you're trying to help them get to a better place, like you really care about your wife, or you really care about your mother, or you really care about your father, and you see them doing something that's self-destructive, and then you try and go about and convince them, Dad, stop smoking, it's bad for you. Well, inside of that, you're never gonna win. All you can do is change the part of you that is tied to their smoking. Change the part of you that's reflecting inside of their smoking. What are you talking about? I have nothing to do with my dad if he wants to decide to smoke. And Wyatt just said at the beginning of this video, I can't control other people. You can't control other people, but you can acknowledge that the entirety of the experience is a reflection of yourself, as above, so below. So if we want to go about affecting another, we have to change the shape of our cog. We have to change the shape of our puzzle piece. We fit perfectly inside of a puzzle with all the people around us. And if we change the shape of our puzzle, that is going to affect the puzzle pieces around us. It has to. To the person who was speaking about how he was trying to change his wife for the last 15 years and she didn't move so much. If you're saying to the wife, in this case of this person, this story, if you're telling the wife, you need to meditate. Meditation will be good for you. Every time you have meditated, you feel better. And then he doesn't meditate, then how can she? We change together. There's no separation in any of this. If you want different relationships in your life, change yourself. If you want the relationships in your life to evolve yourself, and they'll follow you. So it has to be always come back to you. So detach from them. There's this great book by Mel Robbins I'm reading right now called Let Them. Let the ones around you do and be and act and behave and go and flow where they are going to. Then you let you. That's what the book says. Let them do what they're gonna do, so you can let you have the freedom to choose, have the freedom to be whatever it is you choose to be. And inside of your choosing to be something, that thing in which you choose will affect the others. But also just detach from affecting the others. Like if you start improving yourself in hopes that you're gonna change the ones around you, well, that's never gonna work either, because that's the wrong motivation. The motivation is that of self-love. We just come back to maintaining and growing and flowing and becoming the best version of ourself that we possibly can, and detach from everything around us. And what we'll see is that as we improve the quality, as we improve the self here and now, the things around us will improve with us. It's inevitable. Everything will start to work itself out. This is why maybe at times in your journey, I can certainly say at times in my journey, I started really focusing on me and winning. And when I was winning, I started getting all these texts and calls from friends being like, you're not gonna believe it, I landed the job. You're not gonna believe it, I got the promotion. You're not gonna believe it, I quit the job and I'm traveling. You're not gonna believe it, everybody started leveling up. Everybody started started around me started taking big leaps in their own journeys. And that was because I was putting the energy on me. That's one way to look at it, right? I was focused on me, so they could all focus on them, and then all of us, a rising tide raises all ships. All of us could rise together. And because you only have control over you, and you only have the subjective experience of your own reality, all you can do is put your attention, time, energy, focus on yourself, and be the rising tide. Don't go looking for rising tides that'll elevate you. Just focus on your own. In the process, you'll bump into other tides that'll pick you up, sure, and then integrate that into your own, and then be your own rising tide. Raise the tide and all the ships will come with you. So detach from controlling others' situations, or detach from trying to shift and change things in the external. Just acknowledge how the external is a reflection of you and get yourself into a better place. Ask yourself every single time you go to complain about another, ask yourself, how is it that this complaint about the other person in which I'm about to say is also true for me? And I promise you, if you can be radically real with yourself, you'll find that every time you have a problem with somebody else, you actually have a problem with something inside of you. You actually have a problem with something that you've done, something that you are holding on to, something that you're already cultivating on your own. And that's why it's available to you in your perception of reality, because it's within you, so you're experiencing it on the outside of you. Let them let you, to quote Mel Robbins in her book. Thank you for that incredible book, by the way. The only way to grow and flow, the only way to support the ones around you is to be a better version of yourself. Every time you make a decision that's aligning with a higher version of you, you are also giving the ones around you the opportunity to make decisions that will align with higher versions of themselves. They will not have access to that information, energy flow if you cannot be that piece in the puzzle that shifts into your own higher version first. And then they'll go and grow wherever they want to. And then one of two things are going to happen. The ones who are not for you are going to drift away. Let them. The ones who matter, the ones who are going to stay, the ones who stick around are going to evolve and grow and flow with you. Focus on still yourself. Not them. Focus on you. Enjoy the relationships, enjoy the journey, enjoy the outside world, have fun. Be here, but not of here. Be here, but not of here. Enjoy the day, but don't get so attached to it. Come back to focusing on developing this. And then everything out there will always change to match what it is you're holding within. And then acknowledge when things are tough out there, that's you too. You can't see it as easily because it's your shadow, but it's you too. Take a deeper look. All right, much love. Namaste, thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to apply for a free one-on-one session with me, we can take a look at your life situation, your current circumstances, your predicament, and maybe build a little bit of a plan or some strategy into how we can evolve and grow and flow into a different direction in life. If you'd like to do that, you can find the information to apply for one-on-one coaching down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid.